What about this video?
Hey guys, welcome back to day 700 of quarantine. My wife gave me a haircut because I haven't left the house in 5 months, so please don't say anything mean about it or you'll hurt both of our feelings. Now, I'm not sure if you guys
Ellen's
have
fall
seen
from
the
grace.
news, but apparently a lot of stuff has happened this year. Some of it's good. No, who am I kidding? It's all bad.
I don't know.
Some of it, though, is just surprising. Today's video is a story of
Ash and
disappointment, of
Ali.
betrayal. Someone who, for decades, has been seen as a beacon of light within the Hollywood community. Someone whose show was all about positivity and good deeds. Someone whose name literally has the word generous in it. Turns out it's all a lie. I'm being a little facetious, because even before the recent allegations of misconduct behind the scenes of her show, Ellen has made some questionable decisions on her show. Somehow her whole shtick of positivity and everybody having a good time.
I didn't know she was about positive. I thought she just was like
someone else. She has a segment
talking
where
about
she gives
random
a bunch
stuff.
of old objects to a young person and they have to figure out how to use it while everyone laughs in their face. Scott Kramer made a really good video about this, which I recommend you watch after this one. But I realized while searching for his video,
I didn't know
that
she
this
was a
isn't just
beacon of
one-time
positivity.
thing. This is like a recurring segment on her show. Even as recently as a month ago, apparently. I was really confused for a second because I was like, wait, are they still filming this show? But then I saw the date on the comically large check she wrote, and it says March 10th, which is like right when shit was starting to hit the fan. That's why Ellen makes sure to keep her distance while the entire audience
the
of peasants
tagline?
stays jam-packed next to each other. What is this, some kind of metaphor?
Do you think
Anyway,
after
way
the show
game
ends, all the audience members receive sex?
works is that you have 60 seconds to figure out how to use these
Like
things.
I'm going
Judge
to put
Judy?
60 seconds on the clock. Do you know what a clock is?
Yes.
No, Ellen, I haven't seen a clock before. I was born tomorrow. I haven't been born yet. But of course, the teenagers don't know how to do these things because they've never had to before. So the audience laughs and laughs while Ellen looks on with contempt. Foolish child. Never opened a can before. Never had to set an alarm on an actual alarm clock. You dim-witted toddler.
Okay.
This whole thing just feels like one big
not that
retaliation to
funny.
the okay boomer meme. Oh, you millennials think you're so smart. Just
Do they
because
actually
you know
laugh
how
that
to
hard?
Restart a computer. Well, try folding a map. Now we all feel better about ourselves.
What a stupid idea this was, huh?
Also, like, of course, she doesn't know how to use these objects that have become obsolete due to better
My dad has
technology.
one.
I'd like to see someone give Ellen 2 sticks and ask her to
Those
start a
old
fire.
typewriters.
Oh, what's wrong, Ellen? Can't do it? Never lived in a cave before? You're so spoiled. My great. You know what I realize this is? This segment feels like if Facebook was a show. Well, everyone, would you look at this? We've got ourselves a millennial. Boo! You suck. How's it feel to have
very-
zero life
Ellen is
skills?
very
Please,
Facebook,
quit talking
definitely.
to me. You're my dad. Get a job, child. I have a job. Using it to pay off my student loans. When I was your age, I had already bought my first house. It was $12 and I worked my ass off for it. No handouts, loser. I'm not asking for one, I just don't know how to use a rotary phone. I'm not sure exactly when it happened, but these days Ellen feels more like an angry curmudgeon than the lovable goofball she used to be.
So what does she do
You've
now?
probably heard about that one episode where she had a hidden camera film a bunch of people who were told they could get one free gift, but when one of them took an extra gift for her sister, Ellen made sure to call her out on her show and eviscerate her in front of the entire audience.
Oh, Nancy. You're the kind of person like when you go trick-or-treating and nobody's home, you don't just take the bowl. You just walk away. No. You go sit in that Ellen jail over there right now.
She also had this segment last year where she roasted a bunch of gifts, including a
It was so
painting that a
weird.
fan
Was that
made for
maybe
her.
it was a
This
paid
was a
actor?
gift that I got from one of my viewers. This was sent to me from JB. That's all I know. It's very mysterious. JB. And here it is. Uh-huh. Yeah. That's what I said when I saw it. Oh.
Imagine someone liked you so much
Wait, what?
that they hand painted
What's the
a drawing
problem?
for you, and you were just like, yo, this sucks. You
Oh.
suck, dude. Hey, everyone, look how bad this is. This moron poured their heart into this because they admire me so much.
I did that to some
I mean,
people.
yeah.
Okay, but it's not because they drew me something. It's because they're backseating art, and I'm like, show me your fucking art then. I pull it up, and it looks like shit, and I'm like, well, don't fucking backseat me, bitch.
The best artwork. I've gotten fan art before that isn't like a masterpiece, but what am I gonna do? Go on my television show and make fun of them for it? No.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep it to myself. One time she had a young Chinese boy on the show who had a translator with him. She kept getting really annoyed at the translator for not translating fast enough.
You play the ukulele, and then now you're playing electric guitar, right?
Yes.
Yeah. What else do you want to learn?
你现在在学怎么弹电子吉他，你还想再学什
Just
么？
one question. Just what else does he want? I don't know what you're telling him, but just ask him what I'm saying.
Okay, sorry. 就弹一些演奏曲子，就是只单。
Never mind. Okay.
She's also had a habit
What
of
the
making
hell?
her celebrity
That's
guests
weird as
feel
fuck.
visibly uncomfortable during the interviews.
And you're just naked with your friend?
Why are you putting me on the spot like this? Gosh.
Let's talk about your love life, can we?
Oh my God.
Do you mind?
Oh God, I don't know, man.
Sometimes persistently asking them questions even when they've made it clear they want to move on.
Well, it seems like you're busy with something because you're forgetting to cut your son's hair. This
Yeah,
is,
right.
look at him. He is beautiful, but look at his hair. When are you going to cut that hair?
Do you have a problem with that?
No, I don't have a problem. That is some long hair.
Boy have long hair? That's not right. Boy have short hair. Girl have long hair. Oh, wait.
You turned 30.
I did.
And how was the party? I wasn't invited.
Actually, no, that's not the truth, Ellen. You were invited.
No, that can't be right.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
How do you know? I don't think so.
Ask everybody.
Can you please just tell everyone that I wasn't invited so I don't seem like the bad guy here? Thanks.
No, last time I was on the show, last year, you gave me a bunch of about not inviting you, but I didn't even know you wanted to be invited.
Well, who
'Cause I
doesn't
didn't
want to
even
be
know you-
invited to a party?
Well, I didn't even know you liked me.
Of course I like you. You knew I liked you.
Tell everyone I like you. Please. She really likes putting people on the spot. She kind of treats everyone who comes on her show as tools for entertainment rather than real people. And it just seems hypocritical coming from her because her show's mantra is literally be kind. Now, one of the worst things I've ever seen on the show was about 10 years ago with Mariah Carey, who she basically bullied into admitting that she
The
was
pregnancy?
pregnant
Oh,
by
yeah.
coercing her into drinking champagne.
People are saying that
I heard about that.
that you're pregnant. There's rumors.
Don't discuss that. That's not champagne because you can't.
No, it
have
is.
one. Is it really?
Yeah, you want to taste it?
I can't believe you did this to me, Ellen.
What? No,
Are you trying
I'm
to
not
just-
going to ask you if you're pregnant
This
or not. I'm
is
just
peer
going to
pressure.
say.
Do you see what Ellen is doing? This is peer pressure.
She clearly was not ready to announce it, had no intention of announcing it, but Ellen just kept backing her into a corner because it makes for good TV. She wanted to be involved in breaking this story. So then fast forward 1 week, and Mariah Carey had to announce that she had a miscarriage. Now, I'm not saying that Ellen caused that. That would be ridiculous. But what she did do is force the situation into the public. Like,
That's why women sometimes they don't announce it for a while because it's really easy to have a miscarriage early on.
dramatic
And then
enough thing to have to go through.
People are
on
gonna
your
be
own.
like, "Hey, where's your bump? What happened? Where to go?" You know.
But now you have to admit publicly that you're no longer pregnant because a week ago your friend made you spill the beans on her talk show, and now everything is in the spotlight when you could have just dealt with this privately. And something about it just kind of feels gross to me. Like, well, you don't want to tell anyone.
Why are we
that,
feeding
but
Ellen?
I'm Ellen, so
Good news, everyone! She's canceled. I think she announced her retirement and stuff in the height of everything when everybody was like shitting on her, and then turns out there was like workplace allegations of her being terrible and whatever.
Tell me,
I don't
right?
think
that
she-
brings us to today, where there's no longer
I think she's
a
done with
dozen
the
or
talk
so
show.
uncomfortable moments over the years. There's now potentially hundreds.
They could still
of
be. They're probably
accusations
still
of
like running the segments that they already filmed. I don't know. I'm not fucking Ellen. Go ask her.
misconduct either by Ellen herself or by a producer on her show. Now, legal disclaimer. I don't know if all of these things are true. Maybe some of them are not.
Go ask
They're all
her.
just hearsay as of now and therefore have not been substantiated in a court of law. So take it with a grain of salt. I'm not making any of these claims myself. I'm just reading what other people said about her on the internet. So that should cover my ass, I think. All right, let's read it. She has a sensitive nose. So everyone must chew gum from a bowl outside her office before talking to her, and if she thinks you smell that day, then you have to go home and shower. This is a big one. You're not allowed to look at her at all. If you make eye contact with her, even on accident,
Is that
then
is she a
will
fucking
reprimand you and the
SCP?
entire crew as a group. When she's in a bad mood, staff members were highly encouraged by upper management to go to her office and do bits to cheer her up. She doesn't like a monologue someone writes for her. She throws it on the floor. Every day she picks someone different to really hate. It's not your fault. Just suck it up for the day, and she'll be mean to someone else the next day. Former producer claims Ellen laughed
when staff were yelled at. This person almost got fired from their service job because she wrote a letter to the owner and complained about her chipped nail polish. Her former DJ, who was on the show, recently posted and didn't go into details, but said he can confirm that he was a part of the toxicity in the workplace. Now, some of that is just sort of your classic diva behavior that doesn't necessarily make someone a monster, you know. A lot of it really comes down to the environment of the workplace as a whole and some of the things that some of her producers did. One person said they were fired after having to take medical leave for a car accident and having to take a couple days off to attend a family member's funeral. Someone else said something similar, that when they came back from medical leave, their position was just eliminated. One person made a GoFundMe to cover medical bills that weren't covered by their health insurance they got through the company. And because the show didn't like how that made Ellen look, they demanded that she take it down after less than 24 hours. A black woman who worked there was told by a senior level producer, "Oh wow, you both have box braids. I hope we don't get you confused." And then at a work party, one of the main writers told her, "I'm sorry, I only know the names of the white people who work here." Dozens of former employees say one executive producer had a reputation for being handsy with women, and that another solicited oral sex at a work party. Jesus Christ. Overall, the theme is that, like, if you're working for the Ellen show, you should just feel lucky that you get to do that and not worry about all the shit being thrown your way. Seems like they really pit everyone against each other and picked favorites.
Got fired because medical leave for car crash recovery. Well, have they considered not getting in a car crash so they could still show up to work? God, people just don't want to work nowadays, huh?
It would reward the people who never complained, working long shifts without ever saying anything about it. And in doing so, that kind of silences the people who do want to speak up. Overall, it just seems like a really shitty environment. And even though a lot of this doesn't directly have to do with Ellen doing something, I feel like there's almost no way she didn't know this was happening. How can you have all these people who work for you? Certainly rumors are going to come flying back your way, and seems like it was never really enough of an issue until it became this big story, and now they're under investigation. But what about the last 15 years while all this stuff was happening? I think the most disappointing thing about this for me is just when you find out that someone with a position of power is taking advantage of that power and doesn't give a shit about their employees. That sucks. When someone's going through their own medical problems, it's just like, well, they're not a very good employee anymore because they're off dealing with that. Let's just replace them and move on. Now, does a lot of this stuff happen in other industries too?
All right,
absolutely. People are very cutthroat when it comes to their businesses. This isn't new. But I guess I was just hoping that Ellen DeGeneres might foster a better work environment than Jeff Bezos. It's not a very high bar to cross. But don't worry, everyone. The celebs have started to come to her defense. There may be dozens of accusations of mistreatment, but Ashton Kutcher says that she was always nice to him. So it's like, who do I believe? There were apparently well-paid executive producers who were notorious for their sexual misconduct, but Jay Leno is friends with Ellen. So it's like, I guess everyone's just lying? There's something so ironic about celebrities coming to her defense when the accusations were never about them in the first place. No one was accusing Ellen of being mean to
isn't Ashton Kutcher a weird? Who? I don't even know who is. I only know the name. Ashton Kutcher. Is he a weird? Did he do something weird? Oh, he didn't do anything? Okay, never mind.
Kutcher. That's not the point.
Did he
I
do the
understand
weird?
that if your friend gets accused of something bad, your instinct would probably be
Jay
to come
Leno
out and
is
defend them
weird?
because you've never experienced that yourself. But your positive experience with someone doesn't change a negative experience that someone else might have had with them.
Help!
No way.
This guy's choking me. I'll call for help. Wait. Brian? Kevin? It's so good to see you, man. Same, dude. It's been forever.
What's happening?
How have you been? So good. I sell blood on Facebook Marketplace.
No way.
I was gonna do that.
Can you help me?
Oh, I'm sorry. And you are?
Being choked right now?
Oh. By whom?
By your friend Brian.
Really? Brian, is this true? No. That's what I thought. Plus, Brian's never choked me
This
before.
is so
How
relevant
does
right
that
now.
change my experience?
I don't know. Brian's a good guy. I don't think he would do something like that.
He's doing it right now.
But I don't think
The
he would.
relevance.
Just because
I
someone's
know.
your friend doesn't mean
Oh
they're
no.
a good person.
What did he say?
I don't know, he was kind of mumbling.
So weird. And then he just falls asleep. What is it, bedtime?
Yeah, it's like, good night. What a weirdo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, can you get out of my house?
Now, it's worth noting that not every celebrity came to her defense. Some of them seemed quite eager.
I'm watching Walmart Ludwig. All right, let's watch some Ludwig videos instead. Does he do like video essays of analysis of whatever's happening in pop culture? Or does he trying not to laugh at TikToks with Carl Jacobs?
Dude, I actually just unlocked like memories that I haven't thought about in years because of those golf players doing
Really?
that. I think probably top 10 memories lifetime is being in like a club, a soccer team, whatever it is, or a sport kind of situation.
To do the opposite, actually. Howard Stern came out and said she should just embrace it. Be a jerk. Be a punk? Wait, what does that mean?
P-word.
Oh, it's prick. I don't know why I didn't think of that. I guess it's because they use the word bitch just fine, but prick is where they
He
draw.
doesn't even look
And
like
Howard actually has
Ludwig,
a
and
pretty
this
good
is
point.
coming from someone who says everybody looks like everybody else.
I mean, obviously, I don't think
Especially
any of the
colored
things that
eye
she's
people.
accused of are validated. Shitty behavior is shitty behavior. But what rubs a lot of people the wrong way is the hypocrisy of it. When you project this image onto the world of being kind and loving and charitable,
Like
but
TikTok
it turns out
colored
to all be a
eye
facade
people.
to make yourself look better. When
You
in
know, because they
actuality-
always do that thing where they stare into the camera. Colored eye people always stare into the camera.
kind of a monster behind the scenes. That's worse than just unapologetically being an asshole. You reel people in with this fake persona and get them to fall in love with you, but you've actually been lying to their face this entire time. I guess it shouldn't be surprising to find out that a rich Hollywood celebrity is not as nice as they seem. If I had $1 for every time that happened, then I could be a rich Hollywood celebrity. I think what's so disheartening about it is that it's Ellen. I know that the red flags have been there for a long time. I know for a lot of people the niceness always seemed kind of fake, but I was hoping she would be the exception. This is Dory we're talking about here. She was a childhood hero.
Oh, didn't they make a
so
Dory
many people
too?
have looked up to
Did
her
they make
over
a
the
Dory
years. She's
too?
made history, and this feels like finding out Mickey Mouse is actually a giant pervert. So now the show is apparently under internal investigation. So
Dory
who knows
too.
what's next. She did come out and apologize.
Dory too.
But all she really said was like, damn, that's crazy. I had no idea all that stuff was going on. Well, I'll make sure it doesn't happen again. The total lack
And
of
then she
accountability
retired.
kind of reminds me of that thing that happens a lot now where a
Let
senator
me
will
be clear.
tweet like,
Dory
someone's
too.
got to do something about this. It's like, yeah, you do. That's your job. Like, I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but my YouTube videos have really gone downhill lately. Hopefully someone does something about that. Word on the street is that Ellen will probably have to be replaced, which is a shame because her show in quarantine has been so entertaining so far.
There's nothing wrong with them. They're all
Not a corner,
soft.
not a corner, a callus in sight.
No.
But the good news is that means that the door is open for someone else. And this guy, Gabe, on Twitter had a really good idea. Get Eric Andre to replace Ellen. Keep show format the same. Also, don't change the name. And then that was followed by a petition that Eric Andre himself retweeted to make Eric Ellen, along with some beautifully photoshopped pictures. And I gotta say, as bad as this year has been in every
was cursed.
conceivable way, this is
Blurshed.
the most wonderful thing I've ever seen. Also, I signed the petition. So, to sum everything up, Ellen is mean, Eric is Ellen, and I have to go to the bathroom. So let's cut to commercials. Hi. Do you like to do stuff?
The V in VPN stands for vagina. What does the P stand for? Vagina, pussy, nut, nipple? The Vagina Pussy Network. That's good.